Alright, Warmane Onyxia is a PvP server that is a progressive Xpac from vanilla through Wrath that is just entering the TBC stage. It's been in a pre-patch for a week, and in another week we will be in TBC. Experience rates are an amazing 5x for 1 through 60 and 3x for 60 through 70. So plan accordingly. They've decreased the reputation requirements for heroic dungeons from revered to honored, which I have absolutely no problem with. According to Warmane, the faction breakdown is 43% alliance, 57% horde. That seems about right. Might even be higher. The thing with Warmane is you really can't trust virtually any of the numbers that they give to you. This is one of the downsides of, there's several very important downsides for Warmane. One of them is this, selling gear. Not a fan. I am not a fan of this at all. And I do not know what their plans are for selling TBC gear. I haven't read that anywhere. And truth be told, I don't know that I'm really sticking around. The upside is, and this upside solves virtually any problem on any server, is population. The population here is very high, as you can see. Population solves almost everything. I don't know if I showed it in that little clip there either, but you can sell your characters, which is kind of an end around to stopping people from selling characters off site. But I'm not super keen on that idea, selling your characters. The upside to that is at least these characters were leveled on the server. It's not like they were generated whole cloth from nothing. But all these things together, I'm not a big fan of. But you can see how populated the server is just from the items, the amount, the sheer volume of things being sold. This is me taking a look at who on downtime. This is like late NA. And there's at least 2 Alterac Valleys going, and at least 3 Warsong Gulches, or 4 Warsong Gulches going. This is a problem with Warmane, is they gimp their who function so that you cannot use it to check census. This is another problem with Warmane, is these fabricated queues. The reason that they make these queues when people are signing in at higher volume is to encourage you to pay them money to not be in the queue. Another major detraction. Truth be told, I am not a fan of Warmane. I am not a fan, but this is their business model, and you can clearly see from the population that they're highly successful using this business model. So here's what's going on. At 5x and with the Wrath client, you can queue for dungeons, and I think you could probably literally just level in dungeons in a couple days to 60. That's good and bad. The good side is, you're going to get leveled really fast. Just ridiculously fast. I got into this dungeon at level 25, and by the time I got out, after turning in 2 quests, I was level 28. Yeah, level 28 after running the Stockade, which is the shortest dungeon in World of Warcraft as far as I can remember. So imagine what it would be like, running a longer dungeon. The upside, damn, you're going to level fast. The downside is if you like to level your professions and you're going to wait, this is definitely a seller's market. So I like to level as I go, and I'm having problems with that because there's people coming back at 60 to do gathering, and they're just, wiping everything clean. But even if they weren't, everything would still be being wiped clean because there's just so many people. I'm actually enjoying that aspect. I'm enjoying the leveling, and I'm just not going to do dungeons because it's too fast. By the time I get out, I'm already out-leveled the zone that I was standing in when I got into the dungeon in the first place. So you get out of the dungeon, and here you have 3 levels, and there's all kinds of spells to buy. So you better have some money. Even if you go by just buying only the essential spells, you're not going to have enough money for it. So you got to do something. This is a world boss making an appearance in Stormwind, which is hysterically funny. I really enjoy this kind of shit, man. That's funny. So yeah, this is what it is, man. This is what Warsong is. If you can deal with the serious issues that it has, for me, if they don't bother you, you're going to be fine. The pop solves virtually every problem. I mean, there could be some bad scripting, and you'd be like, I don't care. Look at how huge this pop is. You can do whatever you want. God, this dude is destroying us. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. I'm definitely going to keep checking it out. The population is a really attractive thing to me, and I'll definitely check out the TBC side of things. So on the 16th is when TBC opens. If you are interested in that, you could totally, like I was saying, you could get to 60 in 2 days if you wanted to without, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch, not much. It's not that much. Leveling professions is going to be hard for you. Like I was saying, it's a seller's market. If you don't care about that, you just want to get to 60, you're going to enjoy your time here. And with the rep requirements being reduced to honored, I think that's actually a good idea because I can't stand some of the catches in TBC and getting to revered to get into the heroic dungeons. It's just ridiculous. And let's see if the scripting's like too. Heroic dungeons in TBC are some of those are harder than the raids. I mean, some of them really suck. They're just awful. But I would be interested in, doing a little bit of BGs and seeing a little bit of the raids. But I'm not gonna wax poetic about Warsong. To me, it just has some issues that I have a hard time. I have a hard time wrapping my head around the things that they do. But clearly, a lot of other people don't. I mean, look at this pop, man. It's out of control.